And now we will join our show already in progress.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it, I'm out of here.
Sorry about the confusion, folks.
Oh,
Sorry about the confusion.
he was giggling. You should have seen him.
Well, I thought it was just going to be the three of us. The only reason I do this show is so that you and Jimmy and me will be in Zoom alone and nobody else can come in.
Nobody else.
See, I told you guys, Chuck didn't like you.
Oh, man. Thanks for letting me know, guys. Sorry I messed up like that. So, what else? California wildfire victims say FireAid's $100 million not going to them.
That's right.
Where's it aid?
Oh.
Had to take care of that Democrat coffer out there, remember?
Yeah.
I did, as with, I'm sure, most Altadenians, the FireAid was for us, so we figured, where's the money? Where's it going?
Turns out 75 of the 100 million so far went to 188.
Damn it.
No, we're hearing his speakers in the background.
Oh, yeah. Let me do that again. I felt like I was missing something. Oh,
I'm trying to keep up, the technical end. Dylan's not here, so.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, one of these days I'll learn how to do this.
Nonprofits receiving grants of up to $500,000 each. Several told us exactly how many fire victims
of up to
five.
It's for us, so we figured, where's the money? Where's it going?
Turns out 75 of the 100 million so far went to 188 nonprofits receiving grants of up to $500,000 each. Several told us exactly how many fire victims they served. Others could not or declined to answer. At least $6.5 million in donor money also went to LA County government programs. Two groups told Fox they received money but never applied for it.
My whole house, everything gone.
FireAid recruited Mark Jones to appear in its fundraiser, and he thought he'd get help.
I was actually expecting to some type of reach out or something to let us know that we're here to help you. And
Nothing.
Been searching and trying to...
Trump tried to do that. And he couldn't get Karen and Newsom, or Bass and Newsom, on the same page.
Figure that out.
They had their own agenda.
Yes. Well, that's the
they
thing.
Went in there,
Go ahead.
They went in there and made the law where everything was going to be too high for the people to buy back from the city.
Yeah, because they've got plans for that land, just like Nero.
Yeah.
Nero fiddling while the Rome burns.
Congressman Kevin Kiley wants an investigation, although there is no evidence of fraud.
We need to get to the bottom of where this money is going.
FireAid says it elected to get that money out quickly and didn't have the infrastructure to handle direct payments to individuals. Critics say maybe so, but argue that many victims were not told where and how to access the aid. While there is no evidence of deception, many want an accounting of exactly how the $100 million was spent. In Los Angeles, William Lajeunesse, Fox News.
Sorry, I'm having
Why it took the state years.
I'm having technical shit. Okay. So, yeah, they basically, that was January 7th when that started. They raised all this money. All these people were doing the feel-good thing and contributing, and they're not getting any money.
Yeah. Yeah, it just goes to show you, politicians don't count on him in time of a disaster.
No.
Look, the people down in western North Carolina and Tennessee and all that, they're praising the Amish because they actually went down there and worked and did shit, build houses and shit for people.
Yep, that's how they are. They're pretty awesome. Yeah, a lot of these not-for-profits, they're set up to pay themselves for not doing shit.
Yeah.
Some of these, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say one that I contribute to is that Samaritan's Purse. I know that they get down on the ground and do shit. I've seen them when the tornadoes come through here.
Mm-hmm. There's also the Cajun Navy that came in here when
Yeah.
we were having flooding.
Yeah, they went all up through the hills up there when they flooded up there.
Yep. But a lot of cats and dogs went missing then too, so.
Yeah. But if you saw the picture, the way the people would left their animals, you know, and that one horse stall had what, 3-4 horses up to their necks?
Yeah. Oh, man.
No excuse for that.
You know, people are not trained when it comes to an emergency on how to respond. You know, don't freak out. That's the first thing you don't do is freak out.
It's panic kills. Emotions kill. You have to shut everything off and just do.
Yeah.
Cry later. Yeah, you can shake, cry, scream later.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that shit doesn't fly in other states. California is the worst. They have the most disasters, and they are the worst in disaster recovery.
Yeah, but you got to admit it's awful funny. They got a refinery out there that they shut down, and all of a sudden now they're trying to find somebody to buy it to put it back to use because they're having problems with gasoline.
Yeah, they wanted to go no combustible engines by 2030 or 2035. That can't happen.
No, President Trump just killed it today.
Good. See if I can do this. Oh, that button's not working. Damn. I had a button for this. Damn it. Share sound. Okay. Oh, shit. CNN decided to cut off Gabby when she was, Tulsi, I mean, when she was trying to deliver an address about what she found.
There's been a lot of issues with Trump appointees not delivering on promises, but former Democrat Tulsi Gabbard seems to be different.
By the way, this guy goes by Decoy Voice. He shows a lot of really good shit.
As President Trump recently alluded to arresting President Obama.
Who should the DOJ target as part of their investigation? What specific figures?
The leader of the gang was President Obama, Barack Hussein Obama. Have you heard of him? It's there. He's guilty. This was treason.
And today, Tulsi laid out the evidence, which of course CNN is censoring.
Of the U.S. election. On December 5th.
We've been listening there to the Director of National Intelligence,
right there.
Tulsi Gabbard, continuing to...
Right there. They cut her off right there before she got into the details.
Attempt to back up the quite extreme allegation that President Obama is guilty of treason and that he will...
As this is what CNN doesn't want you to know.
The stunning revelations that we are releasing today should be of concern to every American. This is not about Democrats or Republicans. There is irrefutable evidence that detail how President Obama and his national security team directed the creation of an intelligence community assessment that they knew was false. In the January 2017 intelligence community assessment that President Obama ordered, John Brennan, who was CIA director at the time, and the intelligence community intentionally suppressed intelligence that showed Putin was saving the most damaging material that he had in his possession about Hillary Clinton until after her potential and likely victory.
Okay. So, yeah. I don't know, man. Fucking...
they just had to pay a big-ass fine to President Trump.
Yeah.
And they're still doing the same thing.
They're pulling the shit. It earns them a lot more than he can... It earns him a lot more than he's ever sued him for.
Yep. And now it's, what is it, the Wall Street Journal and Rupert Murdoch? Here, well, look at this. Talk about hot days. Somebody had looked this up here. And it's a little history. There you go. There you go. Number of 100 days since the late 1800s. One in Miami, in Tampa. Atlanta 84, Mobile 120, Raleigh Little Rock 756, Oklahoma City 1454, Houston 515.
Yeah. Damn, OKC really gets it, don't they?
Yes, every bit of it.
Yeah, I used to, when Gail and I lived in, when Gail and I lived in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we would get weather that we'd start to complain about and then look at Oklahoma City and they have it 5 times worse.
Yeah, but damn, down there in Dallas, it's air you can wear in summertime. It's restrictive heat.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Well, also, where I live now is more humid than the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Yeah. Boy, you're just west of Houston, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're almost as close to the Gulf as Houston is.
You can smell the fresh fish.
Actually, we have people that drive down to the coast and buy fish and shrimp right off the boats and then drive up here and sell it all in a day.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It's nice. Now there was this one guy who was picking up shrimp and he did it like every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday every week for a while. He probably saved up a bunch of money. So Trump is surging in the polls. Hang on.
3 big up.
And damn it, that button's still not working. It was just working yesterday.
Updates for you in this video today. The EU is facing backlash for their trade agreement with President Trump. Also, a new poll continues to deal a major blow to Democrats, and the humanitarian aid crisis in Gaza has finally caught the attention of President Trump. We're going to get to all these stories in this video, show you what both sides are saying, and then give you the bottom line.
Keir Starmer is the 3rd British Prime Minister that President Trump has worked with across his 2 terms. This meeting is finally underway after a little bit of a delay, and you heard it there. We expect them this morning to talk about what to do concerning Russia in Ukraine, what to do concerning Hamas in Gaza, and then, of course, these trade deals. The U.S. and the U.K. already made a trade deal, but it seems like President Trump is also going to be looking for a thank you from Mr. Starmer for the trade deal that he just struck with the UK's neighbors in the EU. And we have the details. This new deal that took 75 minutes behind closed doors for negotiators to come to. In it, the EU is going to purchase $750 billion of U.S. energy. They're going to invest an additional $600 billion in the United States. They will expand purchases of American military equipment. The deal is going to drop the tariffs down to 15% on most European goods, but it's going to have a 0% tariff on American exports.
Okay, so we're picking up where we left off.
Yeah, and that's not what we were having in up until now. They were tariffing a shitload of our stuff by what, 15 or 20%?
Yeah, the biggest one was India. Yeah, and now India has to buy all of its gold that it's going to purchase from the United States.
Hey, Mike.
Exclusively.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, he's putting them with up to like, what, 25%?
Yeah.
Well,
yep. And
but he's going to tear our country apart doing this.
Yeah.
We're going to go belly up.
Yeah.
Except for the surplus that he's got sitting over here.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
That's what Jerome Powell's doing. He's trying to collapse the economy. Trump's got everything it takes to it would bust it open, and there would be such growth. This meager 3% that they were talking about on the gross domestic product.
Wow!
They said before the Fed it was 10% annually from the time that we signed the Declaration of Independence up until the Fed.
It's not
And
time yet,
since then,
girl.
it's hold us down to what, 1.31.
Nice. And let's see. The GDP went up 3% in the last month.
Just in the last month.
Yep. And a lot of liberals are saying, "Oh well, don't worry, it'll come down. We're screwed."
It scares them. They would have to say that he was right all along. Economically,
They never will.
no.
And they still they still haven't figured out why they lost the election in December. Was it November?
But your logic is flawed in that it contains logic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and we caught you cheating this time, red-handed.
Didn't they just put up another bunch of them for voter fraud? I saw that in the news. Yeah.
Yeah, most secure election of ever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, ethics complaints could force Letitia James to step down.
I don't know why she hasn't. I would run. I would get my fucking ass out of the spotlight. I would find the corner somewhere and just hide.
But she made all that big grip going out and saying that what they're doing out in D.C. is racist and you're going after Donald Trump. I'll show him. I'll put him back on new charges.
Yeah. No.
All I can think about is I stole $1, but JT stole a penny.
That's exactly what it is.
Is here joining me, retired NYPD inspector, attorney, Fox News contributor. Paul, great to have you with us today. It seems like...
Oh.
It's a pretty blue fluffle.
Oh, there we go.
This is
Jeez,
an extension.
Man. Why do I buy these buttons that don't do shit?
There's sort of two avenues here. You've got the White House trying to extend their reach of DOGE, essentially, of figuring out where the waste, fraud, and abuse is in a number of different agencies and benefits. And then you've got Letitia James, who now has, put this up on the screen if you can, at least 26 lawsuits heading after President Trump. And remember, she said she was always committed to this. Here's a look back at her talking about that. Let's watch.
No one is a.
This is the setup before they explain why. Well, you know.
Including this illegitimate president. And so, I look forward to going into the office of Attorney General every day, suing him, defending your rights, and then going home.
I say one name, Donald Trump. That should motivate you.
Gonna get him. So this is the very latest. Your thoughts on this, Paul?
Well, first of all, I mean, look, there's a couple ways to look at this. Let's do legal and then let's do practical. First of all, legally, all right? She is an officer of the court. She's a lawyer. She's come into office specifically saying, I am going to use my office to target a particular person. That's not how our law works. And the idea here that she seems to be leveraging is the idea, well, you show me the person, I'll show you the crime. She started with the perpetrator and then looked for the crime. Now, I have to tell you something. If you do that at the prosecutorial level so blatantly in another context, as in a place where they are not going to be so fully supportive of you going after Donald Trump, you will get crucified. There's a very good chance you're going to lose your law license. And I'm very surprised that one of the tactics that the Trump administration has not taken is to file formal.
Let's try this again. I didn't do anything to make myself stoned today, I promise.
Maybe that's the problem.
Could be.
Complaints against her with the New York State Bar. Because from where I sit, she's very close to an ethics violation by saying, hey, I'm going to be the AG, and my principal role is going to be to go after one of them.
Now, as I told you, she's already subject to an ethics complaint, okay? You may not know this, but we did a story on it, and so you want to be informed about this. So now we're going to jump into our story about the ethics complaint against Letitia James to the New York State Bar. And again, people are trying to hold her accountable for her litigious ways because, it seems like she's doing this more of a personal vendetta against Donald Trump as opposed to being a fair and impartial officer of the court. So let's take a look at the current ethics complaint that's outstanding against Letitia James. The truly surprising thing right now, though, is that there is a lawmaker in New York who is actually calling for Letitia James's law license to be revoked, for her to be penalized, castigated, and to have her law license revoked. We're going to see that here in a second, but first let's jump to Donald Trump's pit bull, Stephen Miller, giving his 2 cents and sharing a bit of his mind about Letitia James.
Letitia James says the allegations against her are nothing more than a revenge tour by the Trump administration. What's your response?
My response is that Letitia James is one of the most corrupt, shameless individuals ever.
Well, yeah, that's true.
To hold public office. She is guilty not only of those crimes, but of countless more crimes by using and abusing her public office to try to persecute an innocent man, depriving him of his rights, engaging in a conspiracy to obstruct our election, and to overthrow our democratic processes and procedures. She is guilty of multiple significant serial criminal violations.
Letitia James says the allegations against her are nothing more than a revenge tour by the Trump administration. What's your response?
My response is that Letitia James is one of the most corrupt, shameless individuals.
Yeah, they accidentally showed that part twice.
Now here we have a New York County executive who is asking for Letitia James's law license to be revoked and for her to be punished for these allegations against her. I am guessing that the assumption here is that where there is smoke, there is fire. And Mr. Steve McLaughlin of New York, county executive for a county there, is saying, look, we need to penalize this type of behavior. And you know what's funny? I think Letitia James will be in agreement with that because she came out very forcefully and did try to penalize that type of behavior that she said that Donald Trump had engaged in. Let's take a look at this letter.
Okay.
So the letter says, in part, I respectfully refer your attention to the enclosed materials concerning Letitia Ann James, as detailed in criminal referral submitted by Director of the U.S. Federal Housing Finance Agency that is attached to the enclosed grievance committee complaint form. The documentation outlines multiple instances in which Ms. James appears to have made false representation in connection with mortgage applications and property records. These allegations raise serious concerns about the integrity and professional conduct of Ms. James as a member of the New York State Bar.
Yep. So that's what we're looking at. Let's see. So there's a little of that going on, and have just gone, oh, the Democrats have gone totally nuts. Hang on, let me see what that's about.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's
Had to
cool.
Hook up the air. Had to get the air conditioner for the wife back there.
I bet. Yeah. Oh, man. This is Sean Hannity talking about the socialist or communist there that might get elected to be mayor in New York and all that fun stuff.
Left-wing Americans have totally lost their minds. Here with reaction, Texas Senator Ted Cruz. Not an issue in Texas whether or not people have the right to keep and
Man, he needs to trim that beard a little bit.
bear arms, Senator.
Yeah.
That is absolutely right. And if you want to stop violent crime, the way you do it is you support law enforcement. You support the police. The way you do it is you support the Second Amendment and the right, the constitutional right every one of us has to defend ourselves, to defend our family, to defend our children. And I got to say, every time I hear Democrats posturing after there is a mass murder. Their immediate answer is not to go after the criminals, not to stop the violent murderers, but instead to disarm law-abiding citizens. And
yeah, back when cars first came out, who was it? One of y'all that was telling me that they tried to sue the car manufacturers, and they did, I'm sure.
Yeah. And that's how they come up with stoplights.
Yeah.
These are the same Democrats that spent 4 years with wide open borders. They were perfectly happy to have 12 million illegal immigrants flood into this country. And today, the Senate Democrats, what do? They fly down to El Salvador and they have daiquiris with MS-13 members, with violent criminals, with human traffickers. And the position of today's Democrat Party is they want more illegal immigrants in America.
Okay, correction. Those were mojitos.
More murderers in America, more child molesters in America, more gang members in America. And that is not hyperbole. That is what they are advocating for. And instead, what do they want to do? They want to abolish ICE. And you put up Comrade Mondami. What he wants to do is abolish the New York Police Department. Well, there will be a whole lot more murders in New York City if Comrade Mondami is elected. And they're perfectly fine with that as long as he gets to take away your constitutional rights.
You know,
yeah. So, yeah, they better not elect him. If they do, well, New York deserves what it gets, but it won't be good. It'll be very bad.
And it's not just there, it's also Minneapolis. Did you see that one, that winter?
Yeah, I forgot that guy's name, Omar something.
Yeah.
That's right, him and Elon Omar kind of buddy.
I wonder if she married him too.
Oh, I'm sure she's thinking about it. But what cuts him out of the equation is that they're not related.
Are you sure?
No.
Oh, okay.
They could be first cousins for all I know. Oh, y'all remember that guy, the black guy? He was sitting in his car and he had just started recording, and all of a sudden the police break the window.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got a little bit about that here.
Comment. Now.
Okay. Share screen. I wish that button was working.
Now, back to the video. This is William McNeil Jr. Now, he was driving in Jacksonville, Florida with a suspended license, and cops pulled him over because he failed to put on his headlights in inclement weather. So, we're going to look at that traffic stop. Now,
yeah, in Florida, if it's raining, they have to have their headlights on, which is a good idea, but I don't see a reason to make it a law. But he didn't have them on.
Well, daytime running lights.
Yeah.
Are on almost all new cars.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit, I just keep mine on all the time. Fuck it.
It's obviously divided.
Yeah.
If you're on the right side of the aisle, it seems like you're saying the police did nothing wrong. If you're on the left side of the aisle, you're saying police are racist, and this is another example. But here on this channel, we like to look at the context of everything that happens ourselves. So let's get into it.
Yeah, Florida 24 Bravo Echo Charlie Whiskey on a silver Kia. I don't know how it goes.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason why you're popping the door open like that?
I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason that you're pulling me over?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. Two things, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight. I don't need the lights. And it's not weather. It's not raining.
This is inclement.
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
Okay, I'm stopping the video right here because there are a lot of people online claiming that the stop itself, this police stop, was unlawful. And therefore, everything that happened after this is unlawful. And the reason why is they say for a cop to stop you, you need probable cause. Here is someone with over 1 million subscribers. His name is Lackluster. And he's going to say that the cops should not have stopped this car because they did not have probable cause.
Wrong.
Listen to him for yourself.
The probable cause is stated by the... It's not probable cause. He'll explain it more in a minute, though.
Yeah. No, they changed it to suspicion.
Right. Probable suspicion or something. I can't remember.
was that his headlights weren't on. But again, the law states during any rain, smoke, or fog.
It was raining when the cop first pulled him over. Very light rain.
None of which were present. And as to the claims of not wearing a seatbelt, the officer transmits over the radio that he didn't have any details about the occupant or occupants of the vehicle prior to McNeil opening his door.
Yeah, Florida 24 Bravo Echo Charlie Whiskey on a silver Kia. I know not this.
These two facts eliminate all probable cause for the entire stop, which means everything that occurs after this moment was unlawful.
Now, Lackluster is 1,000,000% wrong because to stop a vehicle in a traffic stop, police don't need probable cause.
Nope.
They need reasonable suspicion.
Yes.
Now, to understand this, I have to explain to you what the difference is between reasonable suspicion and probable cause. Let's start with reasonable suspicion. This is when an officer observes something that makes them believe something might be wrong. This is not having a mere hunch. It's having a hunch with some reason. See, officers at the time can't prove a crime had committed yet, but they have good reason to investigate. It allows you to stop, question, even frisk the person. Or, if they're driving a vehicle, pull them over. Here's a quick example. Let's say police observe a driver swerving in between lanes. At that time, police don't know for sure if that person is drunk or not, but it looks dangerous. So, the police can pull that car over to check, and police can articulate the facts that led to their reasonable suspicion. Now, this is different than probable cause because probable cause is stronger than reasonable suspicion. And this is where you have real evidence or clear facts that a crime has actually been committed.
Good to know.
Where in reasonable suspicion, you don't know if a crime has been committed or not. Now, I want to take us back to the earlier example I gave for probable cause, where a car is swerving within the lanes and police pull that car over with reasonable suspicion that a crime has been committed. That person may be drunk. But now police pull that vehicle over. They smell alcohol. They see open containers in the car. He's slurring his words. His eyes are red. He can barely stay conscious. The person is obviously drunk. Unlike seeing a car swerving in the lanes, this is real, actual evidence of a crime being committed, and we know who's committing that crime. So police just need reasonable suspicion to pull a vehicle over for a traffic infraction. Now, just so you understand, I'm not making this up. The Supreme Court in Delaware v. Prowse makes it extremely clear that for traffic stops, you need reasonable suspicion and not probable cause. Quote, accordingly, we hold except in those situations in which there is at least articulable and reasonable suspicion that a motorist is unlicensed, or that an automobile is not registered, or that either the vehicle or an occupant is otherwise subject to seizure in violation of law, stopping an automobile and detaining the driver in order to check his driver's license and the registration of the automobile are unreasonable under the Fourth Amendment. So, this is written very strangely, but you need at least articulable and reasonable suspicion to stop a motorist. So, when Lackluster says the police needed probable cause, which is a higher standard, he is wrong.
Yeah.
And his whole analysis seems to be based on that principle, which makes his whole analysis wrong. Now that we understand the standard is reasonable suspicion, which is very low, now let's address the whole it wasn't raining during this body cam video. Well, I'm just going to put it extremely simple for you. Let's say he pulled him over for speeding. Lackluster would be sitting here watching the video and say, hey, the car's not speeding. No probable cause, even though it's really just reasonable suspicion. But hey, look, the car is not speeding. Well, yeah, because the car's pulled over. The same thing with the rain. When the officer observed the car, it could have been driving in the rain without its headlights on, and when the officer pulled him over, the rain temporarily stopped, or the rain could have moved on. That doesn't mean that it wasn't raining when the officer observed the traffic violation.
See, I got screwed with the exact opposite.
Oh, yeah?
It wasn't raining when I hit the old bag. But when the cop finally showed up, it was raining, and they blamed me for going too fast on wet road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Situational
But in a
awareness.
situation like this, the best thing to do is keep your fucking mouth shut and roll your window down and
the judge
and cooperate. Yeah.
Well, and calculable facts that would lead us to that conclusion are simple. It's wet everywhere. The car is wet.
Yeah.
The floor is wet. The benches, the sidewalk, everything is wet. It's obviously just rain. So the officer could clearly articulate that, hey, yes, based on everything being wet, even the car itself, at the time I saw it, he didn't have his lights on and it was raining. Now, it's interesting to note at this point in time, police do not have probable cause for an arrest. They have reasonable suspicion that a traffic infraction may have occurred.
Now, part of why that's so important is that a person not being aware of their surroundings is dangerous. So not turning your lights on, even though it's a stupid offense, means that he's not aware enough of his environment and needs to be pulled over.
Call your supervisor. Why? Excuse me? Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
You don't have any right to the police supervisor. That's just nonsense.
That's good to know because I thought you did.
I've already told you. Why did you pull me over? Step out of the vehicle. No. Step out of the vehicle.
Now, at this point in time, there's only one officer and this guy, Mr. McNeil, and he's locked himself in his car. We also have to recognize that McNeil has committed multiple crimes already. He hasn't turned over his license and registration after the officer asked for it. He's not following the officer's commands, and now he's locked himself in his car. So this civil infraction is now turned into a criminal matter.
Six-pack kid tipped $25.
Well, the officer put his hand on his gun and out for me if I closed my door and start recording. I did what was best. There, so on.
They said your headlights were not on and should have been on in what they described as inclement weather, correct?
Yeah, correct.
But there are those people who would say, hey, why not just cooperate when they're pulling you
Yeah, no shit.
over? Why lock yourself inside the car and refuse to get out initially?
That's where I felt safe at. I wasn't going to get out the car because my head was in the daytime. And then you put your hand on your gun and reach out for me. I fear for my life. And I know how officers of JSO are towards that.
Yeah, no, the cop was afraid for his life. Cops get shot doing that.
But you see what they're trying to do to it. Make it, he was pulled over for driving black.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the case.
Being here in Jacksonville.
25-7 for the 9-4. The driver just slammed the door and locked it. Yep.
Next is going to be, what's your badge number?
Yeah. Yeah.
25-7. If anybody responded, come in from Commonwealth, block the vehicle, please. Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. My camera's on too.
Hey, Chuck.
Yeah, man.
Look at Steam Crave, or Steam Elements, real quick.
Oh my God. Thanks, Nick.
Appreciate you, brother.
I got a lot of shit not working tonight. Thank you so much. He didn't say anything, but thanks, JT. I really appreciate that.
I've already told you.
Now here, McNeil is still asking. He is still asking, why have you pulled me over? Even though the cop has mentioned it twice in this video.
Okay. Okay. Right now you're under arrest for resisting. You understand? You're under arrest for resisting. The longer you take us on, the worse it's going to be. Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. Okay.
Boxed in. This guy doesn't really understand how bad he's making it for himself.
Yeah. I guess he forgets these people have guns on their hips.
Mm-hmm. And they have to be afraid of everything. People just shoot them for no fucking reason.
Sir, this is your last warning to open the vehicle and exit before we're going to break the window. Open the door and exit or we are going to break the window.
Open the door and exit, or we are going to break the window.
Sir, can you please ask him what did I do wrong?
Well, we're conducting a traffic stop right now. You need to comply.
I am.
Hey, unlock the car. I'm gonna push it up.
Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
Break the window, break the window.
You are under arrest for resisting.
Can you unlock the door and step out?
Can you talk to me though?
I will. Can you step out?
Because you don't even know the whole situation.
You're being done. There's a traffic stop being conducted. You're required to comply.
And I'm required to actually.
They gave him every fucking chance.
So. Yes. Correct. Huh?
He gave no lawful reason why he told me.
Okay. So what did he ask for when he I guess talked to you?
Okay, so now he's been saying all this time he doesn't know why he's pulled over. That's the reason why he's in there. He's not on the door. He don't know what's going on.
He's just that dumb.
So listen to what he tells this officer because he
NorCal
makes it
explained
very,
it all.
Oh, low IQ and a law degree from TikTok.
very clear. He knows exactly what's going on.
When he pulled me over, he was, open my door because my window don't work. Right?
Oh yeah.
And then I said, so what I did wrong?
Yeah.
He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like,
Okay.
there's multiple people headlights.
Okay, that's still a legitimate reason to pull somebody over.
Okay, so our boy knows exactly what's going on. He knows exactly why he's been pulled over, and he doesn't want to give up his license nor his registration. We don't know the reason why. We don't know anything about this guy. We just know.
Yeah, I'm afraid I have to agree with NorCal.
He understands he's been pulled over because he didn't have his headlights on while it was raining.
There's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights.
See, that car's wet. There was rain.
Huh? Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will. Huh?
Can you call the supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Yeah! Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle! Show me your hands. Here.
Okay, so we got to talk about this first punch, or is it a slap? Okay, you can see it. I freeze framed it right here. It's clearly a slap. His
It was
hand
a
is
slap.
fully open, so it's a slap. It's not a punch. Everybody's calling it a punch, but it's definitely not a punch. You can see right here from the still. So now the question.
So that's basically it. That's what happened. The guy's just trying to. He just doesn't want to accept what he's gotten himself into. Fucking idiot.
You
They
don't
could go
have
so
to
many
go on the
places.
side of the road. You take the ticket, you go to court if you think that strongly about it.
Yeah. No.
But nobody's taught that anymore. They
No.
see them out there yelling and cussing and spitting and kicking the cops, you know? They
Yeah.
think that's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
What was it? You
I
see
know
the
my
videos
rights.
all over. Yeah, you see the videos on YouTube, the little kids going up there, walked up and kicked that cop.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Wearing a little toddler.
Damn.
But that's a people problem.
It is. Some folks shouldn't have children.
But we can't put any rules on that.
Oh, here's.
Shouldn't have both.
That's true. It'd be unconstitutional, but it would be a good idea.
But then you'd be all into eugenics, man.
Oh,
Come on.
oh my God.
You don't look like Margaret Sanger. Yeah. What's that? Sydney Sweeney? Oh, American Eagle.
Yeah. Yeah, let's look at that.
Yeah.
1 second, let me unmute. And do that one.
Worse?
The cancel mob is still fuming over the superstar's new ad campaign for American Eagle.
Let's try that
The woke
again.
outrage over Sydney Sweeney's ad has gone from, well, bad to worse. The cancel mob is still fuming over the superstar's new ad campaign for American Eagle, and just take a look at the headlines. Sydney Sweeney's ad shows an unbridled cultural shift toward whiteness. Ad sparks debate about eugenics. Sydney Sweeney's new campaign draws fire for racial undertones. And it was inevitable. Well, it doesn't stop there. ABC's Good
These people are so full of shit.
Morning America compared it to, cue the Nazi word.
Mm-hmm.
We begin with the backlash over a new ad campaign featuring actress Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, the ads are for American Eagle, and the tagline is, Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Now, in one ad, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed actress talks about genes as in DNA being passed down from her parents.
The play on words is being compared to Nazi propaganda with racial undertones.
So how would they have felt if they'd have had her and a black girl in the same ad saying they have good genes?
They would have been all for it, especially if she was overweight.
Guys, you missed the Levi's ad with Beyonce.
I forgot that one.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But, you know, they
Activates a troubling.
Sorry.
They can't talk themselves out of a wet paper bag. We already know that. That's why they always scream Nazi, Nazi, Nazi.
Mm-hmm.
But they keep diminishing the word the more they use it.
They're the oral
Yeah,
minority. Most of the people on their side don't agree with them.
Historical associations for this country. The American eugenics movement in its prime between like 1900 and 1940 weaponized the idea of good genes just to justify white supremacism.
We all get genes from our parents and their parents.
Mm-hmm.
Now the White
It's a
House
goddamn
is
commercial.
They
I'm
have had
sorry.
I know. No, that the country has lost its sense of humor.
Dude, they sit around in a little group, like an AA meeting, looking for what they can go after next. What's going to make me look like the best victim?
Yeah. Yeah. It's the victim Olympics, I've heard.
woke mob. Trump's communications director, Stephen Chung, put this on X. Cancel culture run amok. The warped, moronic, and dense liberal thinking is a big reason why Americans voted the way they did in 2024. They're tired of this bleep.
Bullshit.
Kennedy, I feel like this woke mob is trying to lecture us on a lot of things. How to be a woman. How do they do that? They don't know what a woman is.
Oh, it's fucking ridiculous. I don't know. I think the country's lost its mind. It's very few people doing it, but they're making all the noise, and nobody's telling them to shut up.
Well, that's just it. We never have told them to shut up when they started the crap back in the 60s.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
You know, this shit's nothing new. It just changed the label, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, if you come down on them, you're a dictator. You're a tyrant.
Or fascist.
Huh.
Jeez. Let's see. I've got a button here.
Rainbow swastika, that's all I can say.
Hey, Jim, you got a joke for us, man?
You know, I just might. I just might. Let's see. Young woman, she started taking golf lessons. And she decides she's going to play her first round of golf. She starts out, and she's just getting started, and then she gets stung by a bee. Well, she thinks she can play, but it just hurts too bad. She starts heading back to the pro shop. And the golf pro looks at her and says, "Why are you back so soon? You just started." She goes, "Well, I got stung." He goes, "Well, where'd you get stung?" She goes, between the first and second hole." He goes, "Your stance is too high."
Oh, man. Oh, shit. Oh, well. Thanks, everyone, for coming out. Y'all have a good night. I'm sorry about the all the technical errors, but you know me. You know me.
He'll do better next week. There'll be more.
That's what we do best.
Yeah.
God bless. Say a prayer for America, guys.
We'll see you next week. Anybody who wants to come in.
Glad to see Dylan's still alive. He hasn't been abducted or sold on the black market.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw somebody smeared butter all through chat.
Oh my
Be
God.
safe, Dylan. Have a good night. Everybody else. God bless. Be safe.
Good night, everybody.
Damn it. Take care.